Welcome to NWT Ranworth Abroad. What's that? Hazel tree. Yeah. It's behind you. Coppicing produces a diverse woodland, great for wildlife. Look up at the amazing tree above. Single oak can feed and shelter many types of birds, animals and insects. You may recognise some of the woodland birds like robins and blue tits. Where that one goes to, we shall find out when we come back. Car woodland, the swamp without the alligators. Listen for the great spotted woodpecker. But if you don't know what it sounds like, how do you know it's a great spotted woodpecker? You go. You are standing safely above a treacherously wet and boggy swamp. Look around. Ah. The only trees able to grow in these wet conditions are willows and alders. Notice how the trunks are crooked and leaning. They are sinking slowly into the marshy ground under their own weight.
That one's entwined itself around.
Smell the earth. Decay in the boggy ground produces methane gas. I thought that was you. This waterlogged habitat has a special name, car, meaning wet woodland. It is the nearest thing in this country to a tropical swamp. Find out how it forms at your next stop. Dun, da, da. I can't smell methane gas. And then again, I've had a cold for 5 weeks, can't smell anything. I wonder if this floods at all. I wonder if this floods at all. I can imagine it could do quite easily. Oh, I can smell the gas then. Can you smell it? Car woodland, product of human neglect. Pause a moment to compare your surroundings to the fen ahead. What do you notice? The reeds, sedges and flowering plants of the fens were traditionally harvested. Car woodland forms when harvesting stops, allowing trees to invade in the natural process of succession. Fen plants disappear and are replaced by shade-loving ferns, mosses and lichens. Look out for birds in the canopy above you. Not many about today.
Winter.
Rotting trees provide ideal nesting sites for willow warblers and blackcaps, which feed on the abundant insect life. Definitely smell that now, can't you? Listen for the chiff-chaff. Long-tailed tit, short-tailed tit. Thatching, industry of the Broads. You are standing on a factory floor. Look ahead to the visitor centre roof. Oh yes, thatched. Cutting reed for thatch was a major industry in the Broads. Reed beds are a unique and important habitat, providing feeding and nesting areas for rare birds, like bittern and water rail. Both these birds were badly affected when reed was replaced as a roofing material by tiles and slates, causing reed beds to fall into decline. Norfolk Wildlife Trust manages the reed beds here by cutting in winter. What does that say? Look out for a water rail. What does a rail look like? Oh yeah. Look out for marsh harrier. Frost. Ooh. frosty on the ground. The closer you get to the broad. Rare butterfly, fussy caterpillars. The swallowtail is Britain's largest butterfly. Its survival relies on finding and laying its eggs on milk parsley, a rare fen plant found only in East Anglia. Milk parsley only grows in fens that are regularly cut. See if you can find the milk parsley plant. On sunny summer days, adult butterflies drink nectar from wild flowers. Their bright yellow and black wings with long tail lobes are unmistakable. You could see a bearded tit. We noticed how much frostier it's got the farther we get. Fen harvest, plants that like to be cut. Although wet fen like this may look uninteresting, it is incredibly rich in plant life. Over 250 different kinds of plant grow here, making it of great conservation value. Traditional mowing for marsh hare provided food for animals. A fenland delicacy that in the past was sent as far afield as London to feed cab and bus horses. Acnes. Today, modern machinery has replaced hand cutting. Norfolk Wildlife Trust does this to achieve the same result, an open fen with flourishing wildlife. Marsh harrier. I'd love to see a marsh harrier. What is that one?
Is it kind of a bullweed?
Oh, yeah. The birth and life of Ranworth Broad. Without people, the Broad wouldn't exist. Hand dug for peat in medieval times, these workings later flooded, creating the Broads. Crystal clear, the waters teem with fish and water birds. Look into the water. How clear is it today? Can't see, it's too windy. The key to the health of any wetland is the quantity and quality of its water. Sadly, over the last 50 years, water quality in the Broad has been affected by pollution. Most Broads today are murky. Norfolk Wildlife Trust is working hard to restore nature reserves in the Broads to their former glory. But to succeed, we need to ensure that rivers entering the Broads have better water quality. Well, at least... Are you going that way?
Yeah.
No, I'm just going to see where this leads to then. I'm feeling it just leads back out onto the road, but I shall see you in a few minutes. Or not, as the case may be. Cunning plan. Do a detour. Breakfast ready when you get back. Tricked and trapped. The duck decoy. It's worked. For centuries the Broads provided local people with food. Fish, eels and water birds were caught in large quantities. I think one of the ducks has got its own back there, that looks of it. This decoy dike was once... insert your own word there, I'm not clearing that off to see what it says. Was once, maybe, I don't know, trap ducks. Used to trap ducks maybe? Dikes need constant maintenance to prevent them becoming overgrown. Norfolk Wildlife Trust has mud pumped this dike to remove the silt and restore the water quality. Coot and moorhen nest in the reed fringes. If you stand quietly, you may hear the telltale plop of a water vole entering the water. Something then, what? Can't see anything.